What is it about smallmouth bass that makes them so much fun to catch? Their aerial acrobatics when you set the hook? Or maybe that line pop and surge back to the bottom when they see the boat? My fascination with smallmouth bass has always made me wonder, why aren't there more smallmouth bass fisheries around? Well, one seemingly obvious explanation would be temperature. These fish are usually associated with cooler water in the northern states, southern Canada, but you know they occur all the way down in the Tennessee River where summer water temperatures can top 90 degrees. Temperature doesn't seem to be a factor. Another possibility might be water clarity. We associate the fish with the clear waters in the north, but we also find the fish in some fairly turbid water in Oklahoma and some really darkly stained water in southern Canada. Well, smallmouth bass and largemouth bass coexist in many waters in New York, and that captured the interest of Cornell University researchers. First thing they looked at was samples of both species in the same body of water, and they ruled out competition between the two species. Why? If one fish was abundant, the other species was abundant. When smallmouth had good growth, largemouth had good growth, and vice versa. When they went to the field and sampled the fish, smallmouth were collected in areas of rock and gravel. The largemouth usually collected in areas of aquatic vegetation. Searching for more information, the Cornell researchers set up two laboratory experiments. In the first experiment, they measured the food consumption of both species in tanks with cobble and the tanks with macrophytes. What they found is the smallmouth had high food consumption in the cobble substrates, but ate very little in the macrophytes. The largemouth, on the other hand, had high food consumption in the macrophytes, but pretty good food consumption on the cobble substrates. The second experiment was just like the first experiment, but in this case, each tank had adult largemouth bass. The young largemouth bass readily used the macrophytes to avoid predation by the adult largemouth. The smallmouth used the cobble substrate to avoid predation by the largemouth, but when only macrophytes were available, they didn't know how to use it and they were readily consumed by the adult largemouth. While this well-designed research should probably be replicated, I think the answer might be there. Smallmouth need rock. It's not for the adult stages, but for the survival of the young stages. If we've got rock, we're going to have smallmouth bass. Good for the fish, good for the fishing.